Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.
Hi, I'm Cherry Johnson with Watauga County Arts Council. I don't know if you recall the face beside me, the person beside me. This is Pat Lanno. You've met her before if you've been watching these spots. And Pat is our, well, she's a lot of things. She's our board president first, but she's also a music teacher. And she's also very much of a volunteer and involved with the Arts Council. And you do a lot of other things, but at any rate, we'll stop there right now. But the point is that Pat is here with me today to share with you some of the cool news about our upcoming summer plans for children. We are going to do cool stuff with kids this year.
Exactly. Well, we have done cool things with students before. We've always had a summer arts camp, but this year is going to look very different. We're going to have it at our own home at the Art Space building on Shadowline Drive. It'll be a little bit smaller version of our summer camp, but we're looking forward to great success with a variety of different art programs. In the past, we've had the Missoula Children's Theater come in and do a theater for the kids. And this year, since we're on a smaller scale, we found a local person. His name is Greg Stamp. He's got a degree in theater, and he's a puppeteer. He not only does the puppet show, but he also makes puppets. So he's going to be the first summer camp week. That's something different, too. We're going to have two different weeks. First week, he's going to do a production of Hansel and Gretel and work on theater skills with the kids. And then the second week of our summer arts camp, which is later in the summer, he'll be making puppets. And he'll have Susan Weinberg also working with paper mache that week.
And so they're going to, he's going to do several kinds of puppets. He's going to do, let me see if I can remember the terminology, string puppets and rod puppets and the marionette. I guess that's the string puppet. But at any rate, he has 3 designs of puppets the kids will learn how to do. They won't do a play or a presentation that week, the second week of camp. They will learn about their puppets and possibly do some minor production stuff, but primarily it's about learning about the puppets, which is the cool part.
That will be the focus, the main focus of our different summer camps. But we also have art teachers who are going to be involved. When they're not working with Greg, they're going to be doing art with Jill Huffman. She's one of our Watauga County art.
In the first week.
In the first week. Catherine Marks is a drawing teacher who's done some excellent workshops at our art space for kids. We have always had storytelling.
Yes.
In our summer camp. So Diane Hackworth has worked with us for many years. She will be back. And they have a new storyteller, Rivonda Crow, will be doing storytelling with the kids as well. Some of our artists who exhibit in our gift shop and in our galleries are anxious to share their skills with the children. Pat Moritz is a basket maker, and she's going to be doing some other workshops as well. In fact, I made this scarf in one of her workshops, and she was talking about doing a scarf making workshop for the kids at one of the weeks. We keep saying one of the weeks. Why don't we tell them when they are?
We tell them exactly. We have 2 weeks scheduled. July 13 through 17 is right in the middle of the summer. It can be the highlight of your summer. It's after the 4th is over with and before you get all the way into the school year again. And that'll be a terrific week, and that's the week we'll do the Hansel and Gretel production. And the kids will actually be acting in that production. They'll be, they may be crew or whatever, depending on what role they want to play. But we will also have a second week, and that's the week right before school starts. I think school starts on the 18th of August, which is a Tuesday here in Watauga County. And August 10th through 14th, the whole week prior to that, we will offer the second week of summer arts camp. And I think as a parent, I think it's a fantastic way for kids. You kind of get into that kind of lolling, kind of a vacation-y mode, and to crank them back up and get their creative juices flowing and their learning skills all polished up, ready to go back into the school year with a big bang. So, and as a public school teacher, I'm sure you can appreciate that.
Yes, we don't want to get them to wake up when they finally get to school. So we have 2 weeks scheduled, and they're very different. So students can do 1 week and do the other week as well, because we don't think we're going to be doing too much duplication.
We aren't, because some of the teachers that are teaching in the first week, for example, Jill Huffman and Pat Lanno, are public school teachers. And of course, public school teachers have work days before school starts, so they'll be involved in those during the second week of camp. So we've got other folks that are coming in, such as Susan Weinberg with the paper mache, and Pat Moritz with the baskets, and various other folks that are coming in for the second week of camp. So it's going to be a very different experience, but still in the same creative mind that we've always done. But our camp we've been doing it for more than 20 years, and it's the first time actually, Missoula was the reason we started the camp, because we found out about Missoula and did the production and then realized these kids need something to do when they're not rehearsing, so we developed the camp to go with it. And it has been a very, very positive experience. We've had parents calling us since February wanting to know when it is to sign their kids up, and so we are kind of a tradition in the high country, I believe, with our summer arts camp. But then this is kind of a new twist, and because of our space limitations, we're only allowing 35 per camp. So that means that we've always had waiting lists, or almost always, and so this means that we're going to really have a waiting list for these. So if you want your child to be involved, or your grandchild, or it's a terrific way for a grandparent to have a child visit them for a week.
We've often had children visiting grandma and grandpa for a week, and then they do the summer camp during the week.
And that gives grandma a little bit of a break during the week. But at any rate, if you want to get involved with all of that, you need to get in touch with us very, very soon. There's a couple of ways you could do that. Well, actually 3 ways you could do that. One, you can always come by Blue Ridge Art Space. We'll sign them up right there on the spot and take care of everything and get the paperwork taken care of and all. Second thing you could do is call us at 264-1789. We can sign them up. I'll have to send you some paperwork that you need to fill out. Now, when I say paperwork, we have to have a registration form so we know how to reach you and how to reach them. And then once a year, we require all children or all under 18 participants to have on file a participation packet, which gives us the medical go-to advice, and so forth.
If we have any kind of medical emergency, we want to know about it.
And so if you don't already have one of those on file, if your child's already been involved in something within the last year, you won't have to do that. But if you have not been involved this year, then you'll need to put one of those into our files. And then the other way you can do it is go to our website, watauga-arts.org, and there's a big header that says Summer Camp. And so you just go to that, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. You have registration forms online that you can download and fill out and send in with us to us with your check or whatever. And so also I need to say that as camps go in this area, this is a very reasonably priced camp. It's $185 for the whole week, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For the first child in the family. And for the second child in the same family, it's $165, which is a break for parents that have more than one child.
And we also have some opportunity for scholarship that could help offset some of the cost if the cost is a problem.
Right. Yeah.
So you just have to let Cherry know about that.
We have a form for that, and there are every year several applicants that are scholarship applicants, and we do our best to make sure everybody gets to come, because that's a very big deal to us. One of the goals of the Arts Council is making the arts a presence in our community, and that includes our kids and giving them great opportunities. If this works as well as we think it's going to work, we may offer a lot of camps next year. So we'd love your feedback as we move through this process and tell us, well, this week would work well for me, and that week I'd like to see the kids do this, and so forth. That kind of feedback would be excellent to have. So
exactly. Remember, we're trying to give kids an experience in all kinds of arts, and eventually they'll find one that they really like and can concentrate on.
That's what I was just thinking about, because if a child is, for example, the storytelling just really hits their button, then they can look for workshops and classes and even private lessons that we offer during the school year that you could involve your child in, and so they could have more intensive area of workshop, if they want to do something that's specific.
And visual art, Catherine offers her drawing classes all throughout the year, so they could find other classes at the art space that they might be interested in later on.
Right. We have music classes. We have all kinds of things going on. And if we don't have it, and you say you need it, we'll see if we can't find it.
Right. We've got a lot of artists looking to share their skills.
The Arts Council has been really growing fast with all of this new stuff that we've been doing. Since we've been at the Blue Ridge Art Space, we not only have beefed up our gift shop and turned it into something really, really cool, and there's a lot of neat things. Right now we have about 70 local artists in the gift shop. We're jurying as we speak, so there'll be new fresh work in May. So come in May and see the new work from the new artists, as well as some of our current artists are refreshing what they've got, and so there'll be some really neat stuff to come check out.
It's always great to do your shopping there because you can't find it anywhere else.
That's right. The one-of-a-kind gift that nobody else is ever going to give them. There's no duplications because everything's one-of-a-kind handmade. And also I need to plug in that the prices are very comparable to what you would spend anyplace else for a gift. It's not like you're going to spend a lot extra, you know. So it's really an opportunity to buy a really cool gift. Also, we have regular gallery exhibits, as you already know, and the month of May is utterly wonderful. So we're doing things related to bovine, cows, anything related to that, and it's kind of cool. And then in June, we're doing petal pushers, P-E-T-A-L pushers. And so if you're an artist and you happen to have some artwork that has a floral theme to it, this is a great chance to get involved with the Arts Council and a great way to be in an exhibit without having to do a whole exhibit. So we encourage you to come and get involved and get your kids rounded up and look at our calendar. Again, July 13 through 17 and August 10 through 14 are the 2 weeks of camp this year, and they are multidisciplinary. Maybe next year we'll do a theme camp, you know, where it's specifically on one of the art forms, but right now we're doing a multidisciplinary approach to give everybody a lot of variety. And so it's going to be fun.
And it's going to be exciting and different this year.
Yes, we're excited about this.
Yes.
This is going to be great. Come and join us. Get involved with the Arts Council. Come to Blue Ridge Art Space. Check us out. And always check our website, watauga-arts.org, for information about this and a lot more.
Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.